I noticed that there were at least one or two third-agers enrolling in master's programs at Hyper Island. Then I wondered, is this the beginning of a trend? Hyper Island is a creative business school founded in Sweden, and we now have presence in the Americas as well as Asia Pacific. People are excited about artificial intelligence, machine learning, spatial computing. But at Hyper Island, we saw that there is something developing that is not being talked about, that is the aging population. What will happen when you have this aging population and you have technologies that are prematurely pushing people out of a job? We realize that there is a looming crisis. By and large, the governments are thinking we have to keep our aging population productive. Well, there are two camps. There are people who think they've worked long enough and deserve the retirement, and that's perfectly fine. There's another camp who represents people who believe they still can be productive members of society regardless of their age. But society somehow has built in this narrative that you become useless after a certain age. And we're challenging that narrative precisely because AI is now in the picture. We believe that AI can be instrumental to many great things to people who are aging. And I don't mean that in the health and care industry sense, more on the learning and development sphere. And they were saying, why would you even bother facilitating learning amongst those who are aging? We're from an education institution, so we ran the idea by our collaborators in Japan, because Japan is leading the world in terms of an aging population. So right now, we have a commitment from one of the largest Japanese/global companies to at least do a pilot for Repurpose. Repurpose has this intention of shifting mindsets from people thinking when you reach a certain age, you're no longer useful, to one that's more optimistic. That program is divided into 3 stages, and first, we validate the life that the third-agers have lived, and then we guide them through a path of rediscovery, reinvigorate their desire to become productive members of society. We feel strongly that in the age of artificial intelligence, it is your lived experience that's going to give you this huge advantage. And we are ignoring the fact that the people who are about to retire are the people with the most lived experience. And that's what we need. We need people to challenge what these artificial intelligence platforms are producing. Can old dogs learn new tricks? I would say, let's not discount people who are hungry to learn just because chronologically they came ahead of you. It's not the age, it's the mindset. It's you wanting to contribute and participate. What will matter in the age where AI starts making decisions is the humans that are partnered with AI have such vast and rich lived experience. Who else has that but the third-agers at this point?